Hello everyone, welcome to IGL sketching class 2. So in this class we are going to learn about pencil control and basic lines and shapes. These are the things you need to practice on everyday basis before you become thorough with the rough sketching. I would recommend that go for these practices so that you can sketch better. So to start with, I'm going to teach you about the two type of grips which we are going to use in sketching. The first one is how we normally hold a pencil or a pen. This is called a tripod grip, and this is how you hold the pencil with this. So you can sketch like this. And the second type of grip that we use is overhand grip. So this is how you attain this grip. You place your hand over the pencil, and this is how you hold it. And yeah, by somewhere by the middle of the pencil you're going to hold it like this. Depends on what size your pencil is, but this is how you hold. So this is very handy when you're drawing any architectural kind of sketching. So this is going to help out, and this is also going to help out when you're shading major areas, because it's always tough to do the shading like this. You're not gonna make it easier because you need to cover a lot of area that needs shading. This is going to help, because once you sharpen your pencil to a longer tip, and then if you do the shading, this is going to help a lot. So that is how it is done, and these are the two kind of grips that we are going to use. And to start with the lines, so these are the two lines you need to practice. One is horizontal lines. So I want you to go and rough practice all these things. See, you need to draw these lines, horizontal lines, without the help of a ruler, just with bare hands, and try to get straight lines as much as possible. The idea of this practice is to get straight lines without the help of a ruler, and also practice vertical lines. See, vertical lines. So in the initial stages you won't be able to bring this length of lines, straight lines, because it will go, you're not used to this kind of movement. It is going to not be so straight lines. So go for a smaller size, not too small, okay? So go for a smaller size, this one. Like, do this as a regular practice so that you will get a better control over your lines. This is going to help you out in cross hatching and all. And also go for diagonal lines, this way and the other way around. So go for these lines also. Practice as many lines as possible. So once you practice all these things, you will go for the shapes, building with these lines. So first shape is go for a square. And then you practice rectangular shapes. And also this way. Always remember, this kind of practices is going to save you a lot of time, and this is going to make your sketch better, and it's going to be very easy. Once you do this practices, you're going to get a lot of control over these lines. And how you attain pressure control when you're drawing these lines, you can also try this with the pressure control method. The one way is that you hold the pencil as gently as possible. Do not give a lot of pressure. See, it's gonna be very sharp lines, smooth lines. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the same lines with a lot of pressure. You see the difference? So based on your usage and what kind of sketch you're making, you're going to use the pressure control over the pencil, and on this grip as well as the tripod grip, you're going to do it with various brushes. So that's how you get a pressure control over your pencil. So this is the basic shapes, number one, and then we'll go for the second kind of lines. Okay, so these are basically curvy lines. So what you practice is C, inverted C, top C, and a bottom C. Go and practice as many times as possible. See, the more you practice, it's going to be very easier for you to draw these things. It will become smoother and smoother the more times you practice. Yeah, and always do go from both the sides. Okay, do it like this and do it like this, do it like this and do it like this. So it's okay, you can do it like this. And once you're confident and once your practice is at least some 25 or 50 times, go for the circle. Got it? Go for the circle. In the beginning, it would be hard to bring something similar to this. So initially it will go like this, or it will go like this. It's okay. You're welcome to make mistakes. The more you practice these kind of lines, you're going to get a better circle when you draw one. So and do this exercise with a lesser pressure control, because you're not gonna need it with a larger pressure. So these are going to be the C, the inverted C, top C and the bottom C. So as many times as you practice this one, this is going to be easy for you. So practice these. First you go for this one, and second you go for this one. So the next type of lines going to draw is the curvy lines. So go for these shapes. You're going to draw something like a sine wave, and also how to practice this one. See, basically you're trying to make an infinity loop. So instead of going directly for an infinity loop, you practice this first and this. So once you're done practicing this one, go for the direct infinity. Okay. The more you practice, the more your sketch is going to be less strenuous one. You're going to make it very easier the more you practice these shapes. It's going to be pretty much easier to draw these shapes once you practice this. So instead of the advantage of this one is practicing all these lines is so if I tell you to draw these shapes without these practices, probably you'll go like drawing something like this, and see, this is kind of a less confident method, and it will also take a lot of time before you sketch the whole picture. So go for this. It's okay, it won't be in a proper shape, but the more you practice, it's gonna come. See, You see the identical shapes over here. The more you practice, the idea is to get this movement as freely as possible, and you can start to draw these lines. This is going to be your second shape. And the third one, what you need to practice is and along with all of the shapes, if you remember, the square, rectangle, circle, infinity, you also practice triangle. Practicing these shapes and lines are very important, because these are involved pretty much, these basic shapes are involved pretty much in all sketchings. So and do practice it, and do try to get it. The more you practice, you're gonna make it like this. See, without the help of a ruler, you're gonna bring out this shape easily. The more you practice, the more it is going to be a very perfect one. So these kind of triangle constructions are used in portrait drawings to bring out nose of a face. So somewhere we draw something like this, an approximate triangle, and then this is how you draw a nose. So before you get this one, this is to get a basic idea about where this nose is going to be. Basically, nose is represented by triangle shape by artists, so that they get a picture. So if you want to make a diagram of somebody, like some face you're gonna make, so what I'm gonna do is this, see, and I'm going to you'll learn more of this in the portrait class. So in order to draw something like this, see, approximately your eyes is going to be here, your mouth is going to be here, your nose is going to be here. So this is how professionals do before they start rough sketching of a distant object. They do it, they mark the spaces where the eyes are coming, their nose is coming, and their mouth is coming very smart. So the ear is going to be here. So in order to sketch all these things, basically these shapes, what I told you, you need to get a super control over this. So without making the bigger ones, you are not going to make smaller ones, because once you draw, your eyes is going to be not in the proper shape. So the nose is not going to be in the proper shape, and they are not going to draw with this, they are going to erase it afterwards. Or some people draw it very lightly, and they do the shading and then cover it up. So that's it for class number 2, and do practice, and do let me know if you have any doubts in the group. I hope you guys got it clear. If you have any doubts, please do let me know. Thank you.